Okay, so today we are going to be working with geometry and measurement. We are going to learn how to solve a word problem that deals with elapsed time. We will read first we will read our word problem, then we're going to first solve it using the set model, and then we're going to solve it again using the linear model. So first let's start off by reading our word problem. Lauren has a softball game that starts at 9:30 a.m. and the game ends at 1:15 p.m. How many minutes does the softball game last? Okay, so like I said, first we're going to solve this problem using a set model. Our set model has three columns. It has an hours column, minutes, and then the third column is says time tracker. So to begin, we need to look at our word problem and find out what time the game starts. It starts at 9:30 a.m. So we're going to underline that. So we're going to put a 9 in our hours column and a 30 in the minutes column, because 9 is our hours and 30 is our minutes. Second, we're going to look at the time tracker. Our time tracker, right for now, we're going to put start, because this is our start time. So we have 9 in our hours, 30 in our minutes, and start under time tracker, because that's what time her game started. Now we're going to jump from 9:30 to 10, because we are trying to get to the end time of 1:15. So our first jump is going to be 30 minutes. 9:30 plus 30 minutes is 10 o'clock. So our second time that we're going to put is 10 o'clock. So our 10 is in the hours and 00 is in our minutes. And on our time tracker, we're going to put 30 minutes, because we had just jumped from 9:30 to 10:30, and we added 30 minutes to get to that. Okay, now we're going to make a bigger jump. We're going to jump from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So we're going to write 11 o'clock, 11 in our hours, 00 in our minutes, and we had just jumped an hour. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So I'm going to write that as a reminder up here. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So we just jumped an hour, so on our time tracker, we're going to put 60 minutes, because like I said, 60 minutes equals 1 hour. Okay, this one is. Okay, let's jump another hour, because once again, we are trying to get to 1:15 p.m., so 11 o'clock, and then jump another hour is 12 o'clock. And again, we jumped 60 minutes, so we're going to write that in our time tracker. Okay, let's jump one more hour, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, which is another 60 minutes. So, now we have reached to 1 o'clock, and we're trying to get to 1:15. So, we're going to have to, in order to get to 1:15 from 1 o'clock, we just need to add 15 minutes. So our new time from 1 o'clock is now 1:15, and we added 15 minutes to get to that. So we have now reached our end time of 1:15, because that's what time her game ends. Now, the question asks, how many minutes does the game last? So we're going to go over to our time tracker slot, and we can see that we have 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 60 minutes, 60 minutes, and 15 minutes. That's a lot of numbers to add at one time. So we're going to start off by adding just a few at a time. So we're going to add 30 plus 60, which is 0 plus 0 is 0, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 90 minutes. So we have added 30 minutes and 60 minutes. So I'm going to put a check mark by those. Let's add another 60 minutes. So now we have 90 plus 60. 0 plus 0 is 0. And 9 plus 6. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Okay, I'm going to put another check mark by that 60 minutes, because we've done that one. So let's add our last 60 minutes. So 150 plus 60, so 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 6, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have put 1 right here and carry the 1. Regroup it over to the hundreds column. 1 plus 1 is 2. And our last time to add is 15 minutes. Get a check mark by 15. 210 plus 15. So 0 plus 5 is 5. 1 plus 1 is 2. Bring down the 2. So her softball game lasted 225 minutes. Okay, now let's talk about something that's a little bit different. A common misconception that many students have is when they are adding two times, such as 2:30 plus 3:30. Say we're adding these two numbers, 2:30 plus 3:30, to figure out what the new time would be. So we have 0 plus 0 is 0, 3 plus 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 is 5. So it says our new time would be 5:60. Now you have to ask yourself, is 5:60 a real time? Do you ever see that on a clock? No. So instead, so that's the wrong way. We're going to put an X through that. The right way would be 2:30 plus 3:30. So we have to remember that we are regrouping in base 60, not in base 10, since we are dealing with time. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 3 plus 3 is 6. Since we are regrouping in base 60, instead of writing a 6 right there, we're going to write a 0 and carry a 1 up to the top. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Our new time would be 6 o'clock. Okay, now that we have covered that, now we are going to look at the linear model. So we're going to solve this problem using the linear model. Looking at our word problem again, it starts at 9:30. Let's find the 9 on the number line, which is right here. And now remember, this is a linear model. So you can see that there are 3 tick marks in between the 9 and the 10. Our start time is 9:30, so I'm going to make our start time right in the middle of the smaller tick marks, because each of these small tick marks equals 15 minutes. So we're going to use a second small tick mark, and I'm going to label this as 9:30, and that's our begin time. Now let's label our end time, which is 1:15. We can find our 1 right here, and remember every tick mark is 15 minutes, so this first tick mark is going to be the first 15 minutes, so we're going to label this 1:15. That's going to be our end time. So we want to get from here to here and figure out how many minutes is in between these two. So now we're going to apply the make 60 approach and jump to the nearest hour, which is 10 o'clock. So we're going to go from 9:30 to 10. So here's our first jump. To get from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we are adding 30 minutes. Okay, our second jump is going to be an hour. So from 10 to 11, which is 60 minutes, because remember we said 60 minutes equals an hour. Now we're going to make our third jump from 11 to 12, another 60 minutes. And our last big jump, 12 to 1, 60 minutes. Okay, so we have reached to 1, now we need to get to 1:15. So we're going to make a small jump from 1 to 1:15, which is 15 minutes. Okay, so we have made it from our start time to our end time. So now we can look at all of our minutes that we have written right here and add them all up. So we have 30 minutes plus 60 minutes. So we're going to add a few at a time again. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, so we've covered those. Okay, 90 plus 60. 0 plus 0 is 0. Start with 9 plus 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Add our last 60 minutes. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to write a 1 right there, and then carry our second one over to the hundreds column. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now we're going to add another 15 minutes, our last 15 minutes. 210 plus 15. 0 plus 5 is 5. 2 plus 2, or sorry, 1 plus 1 is 2. And then bring down our 2, which is 2. So her softball game lasted 225 minutes.